Today, I'm going to be showing you guys the best method to get not only Deadeye, but also limitless range here in NBA 2K24. So let's waste no time and get right into this video. So what you want to do is you want to head over to one of these private courts where you can play offline in a 3v3 type of mode. If you want to see the best badge method on how to do this, what I'm going to be doing in this video on how to keep playing the same game and over again and getting these badges even quicker than playing my career, go check my badge method video that I posted yesterday. I'll leave a link to it down below in the comments section. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right into this video, starting off with Deadeye. So in these little 3v3 games, I would recommend playing this guy Disco. You'll see him on the list. He's very easy to shoot over, even if you're a small guard like myself. In this video, I'm using a 6'4", kind of, pure shooter type of build. So for me, it was pretty easy to get Deadeye and limitless range pretty much at the same time while doing this method. I'll break it down here towards the end on how you can get both at the same time. But firstly, we're gonna look strictly at Deadeye and the best method to get Deadeye pretty quickly. I will say limitless range does go a little bit quicker, but here is a side-by-side of what you want and what you don't want. So on the left side, we have what you don't want, where the defender kind of stays back a little bit and he's not really in your face. And on the right side is what you want every single time you're going for Deadeye. You see the defender, he puts his hand in my face and I have little to no room to shoot at all. But because these courts are on rookie mode, it makes it very easy to green these shots, especially if you have a very solid jump shot like myself. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys want to see my jump shot. I'll probably be releasing it very soon. But anyway, let's get back into this method. So like I said, you see the hand is in the face and I'm gonna go ahead and green it. Here's another little zoom in of what you want. You see his hands in his face, and honestly, sometimes it's hit or miss, especially with Deadeye. Sometimes his hand will be like right in your face. Most of the time it'll pop up, like on that shot right there, it pops up, I green it, and we're all good. But sometimes, he'll just stay back and it's kind of annoying. If you really want, you can kind of like pump fake to force the defender in your face. And if you're using this method where you're playing against Disco every single game, it's very easy to green the shot over him because, like I said, he is a small guard. Now, let's say you are a shooting guard, or maybe you're a power forward trying to do this method. You can switch the matchups when you're starting the game up against the same person over and over again. You can switch the matchup so you can put Disco on you, even if you're not a point guard. For me, he was just automatically on me every single time, so I personally didn't have to switch it. But if you, let's say you're a small forward, power forward, like I said, you can switch it so Disco's on you every single time. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Deadeye. It's pretty simple. You want to make sure he is contest you, hand is in your face. And like I said, sometimes it can be annoying because it just won't pop up. For the most part, you'll see in this video, I was getting Deadeye to pop up pretty much like 75% of the time. And sometimes I wasn't even going for it. I was going for limitless range and he would just happen to contest me, and I would also get progress for Deadeye. So I would say Deadeye is definitely a little bit easier than limitless range, because sometimes limitless range you have to shoot from hella deep just for it to even count. But for the most part, I would say Deadeye is fairly easy to get. Now, sometimes the bar does move a little bit slower than limitless range, so even if you're getting Deadeye to pop up more, limitless range might go a little bit quicker. It just kind of depends. The badge system is kind of weird this year, but let's go ahead and get into limitless range. So the main thing for limitless range, as you see, I slow down this clip right here. I'm getting the pass for my man John in the corner. You want to make sure that you are right in front of that little hash mark. Now, you can do this even if you're in my career, or however you're doing this method. For me, obviously I'm on these little 3v3 courts, but yeah, you want to make sure you're right in front of that little hash mark, because I had a lot of people commenting on my last video where I was just talking about badge methods in general, that they were having a lot of trouble getting limitless range to pop up. And honestly, it only took me about 4 to 5 hours to get it from bronze to gold, and I have it on Hall of Fame now. So I personally did not have that much of an issue with getting limitless range, but that could be because I have a very high 3-ball, and it was very easy for me to green shots that were pretty far away and beyond the 3-point line. But even if you have a lower 3-ball, you should be able to use this method on this court, and it shouldn't be much of a problem for you, especially once you start getting bronze limitless range, silver limitless range, and even gold. That obviously helps out a lot. But the main thing that I was doing for limitless range is I would work on Deadeye for the first 3 shots, do what we were talking about earlier, shooting contested shots, whatever. And then once I get takeover, I would activate my sharpshooting takeover, which any build this year, if you guys don't know, can get sharpshooting takeover. All you have to do is hit the right stick in when you get takeover. Obviously, pretty much everyone knows how to activate takeover. And then you just hit square and then you'll activate sharpshooting takeover. So like I said, I would just shoot 3 shots and then I would have takeover, and then that's when I would start going for limitless range, is when I had that sharpshooting takeover. And sharpshooting takeover is crazy this year. You can shoot from like half court almost if you have a high 3 ball. I've seen it on the 3s and 2s. It's crazy, especially in the rec. But in this, just make sure that you are right in front of that line, or even if you're not getting it to pop up, you want to be as close as that line as possible. I zoomed in on earlier, and it's just that line right there beyond the 3-point line. I don't know exactly what it's called, if it's just like an out of mass line. Someone in the comments let me know, because I'm actually kind of curious. But anyway, yeah, you want to shoot as close to that line as we possibly can. Like I said, it was easier for me because I have a very high 3 ball, but for those of you guys that don't have a very high 3 ball, you definitely want to go for limitless range while you have sharpshooting takeover. And then if you're like me, you could probably do it if you know your jump shot very well. You could probably get it once you have a little bit of takeover. You could start going for it. But you see, I grabbed this rebound, and a lot of times I would just pass it to my teammates, and that would allow me to shoot off the catch. But that's kind of more of a preference thing. If you want to shoot off the dribble, feel free to do whatever works for you. But for me, I personally just felt more comfortable shooting off the catch. But like I said, that's kind of more of a preference thing. But in this last game that you're seeing right here, this is kind of the full, all the methods put together. I made my first 3 shots. I didn't even miss, and now I have takeover. So you already know what I'm about to do. I'm about to activate that sharpshooting takeover by hitting square. I'm gonna sit at the line right here, shoot that shot, and that's kind of like a borderline. Maybe I got limitless range, maybe I didn't. I would probably try and shoot a little bit farther than that if you're strictly going for limitless range. But in this video, I was kind of going for both Deadeye and limitless range. So you see, I got Deadeye to pop up, and I don't think I got limitless range. Yeah, I didn't get limitless range on that one because I wasn't close enough to the line. So that's a good example of what not to do if you're going for limitless range. But you see right there, I'm right on that line, and I actually missed that one. But you know, you can't make them all, but that was definitely a limitless range shot. But if you're playing on defense, you just let them score, and then you can just try and get these games over as quickly as possible. And then obviously you want to come down, find your spot on the floor, and shoot that one up. That one is actually very close. I don't think I got limitless range on that one to pop up. Definitely got Deadeye because his hand was in my face. Obviously catch and shoot is gonna pop up, but yeah, we didn't get limitless range on that one. So you have to be as close on that line as possible, especially if you don't have a very high 3 ball. But if you have a high 3 ball, you can honestly green from pretty far away. You see, I didn't want it. I just keep giving it back until I get into a good spot, and then honestly I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot it and just get Deadeye anyway. But you guys know the spot. Make sure you're as far away as possible for limitless range. You want to be as close to that line as possible. You see, I got good quality progress for limitless range right there, and this was after grinding for about 4 to 5 hours. I got Deadeye on silver and limitless range almost to Hall of Fame. So like I said, limitless range is going to go a little bit quicker, but hopefully that video helped you guys out somewhat. And if you have any questions or anything, I'll help you guys out down below in the comments. If you're not getting it to pop up for some reason, just let me know and I'll do my best to help you guys out. But leave a like if this helped you out, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.